Your Inner Child Healing with me, Bob the Healer. I'm so excited. If you want to go and click below the description, we'll have your pile's choice. Okay, we have pile 1, we have pile 2, and we have pile 3. Go ahead and click below the pile that resonates the most with you, and let's get started. Pile 1, let's get into your reading. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm so excited to speak to you from your inner child. Okay, and your inner child has some things that it's afraid to tell you. Okay, because it feels like you haven't been listening. Yeah, I know. I be knowing you haven't been listening to your inner child, and your inner child is saying, "Listen up." Your inner child is saying, "Why aren't you listening to me?" Okay, I've been talking to you in your dreams. I've been speaking to you through music. I've been communicating with you, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you who clicked on this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, you haven't been listening to your inner child. Okay, your inner child has been acting a fool. Okay, trying to get your attention, being theatrical, dramatic, over the top. Okay, you'll see stuff on TV and it's like, dang, I was just thinking about doing that. Like people reaching out to you from childhood about some, playing with certain toys like Barbies and action figures like Power Rangers, GI Joe. I don't know, the toys you used to play with, and you're not listening. Some of you just need to take a trip through the candy store, a trip through the toy store, okay? Someone I know is watching this. But your inner child truly has something to say, and they are so grateful, truly, that you clicked on this pile and this reading at this moment and that you're paying attention. Okay, some of y'all done tuned out, but we back on track, okay? And that's the thing. That's the point that your inner child really, truly wants to make to you today, is that you are getting back on track with your relationship. Okay, your relationship with self, your relationship with your 6-year-old self, okay? Having fun, exploring, you're calling them guilty pleasures, but your inner child is truly calling them moments of freedom. For all you know, you could be going the wrong way and your inner child is steering you back on track. And that's truly what your inner child wants to say, is like, listen up, listen in, and like get focused. Because where you've been taking us, the journey we've been on, okay, has been something that our parents wanted us to do. It's been something that, our adult friends, and I say adult friends because like our childhood friends wanted us to do something else. Our childhood friends believed in our dreams. Our childhood friends believed, in our aspirational goals as a kid, as a 6-year-old. If we said we wanted to build a rocket, our friends were like, "I'm down. Where do I go?" Okay, but you've allowed your adult self, your adult friends, really not your adult self, more like your adult friends. Yeah, your adult friends have just been like, you need to do this, you need to do that, rearrange your responsibilities, focus on this. We all want to be here at a certain age, by 40, by 50. And it's like your inner child's like, okay, but what about my dreams? What about the things you promised me as a little girl, as a little boy, that you were going to accomplish? Some of you are struggling with your career, and your inner child is like, I told you from jump what I wanted to do, and you didn't listen. And now you're paying for it. And here's how you're paying for it. You're staying up late nights performing work for companies you don't even respect. And it's because you stopped trusting yourself, okay? You knew at the job interview this wasn't going to work. This ain't it. My heart doesn't sing for this. Some of you wanted to be a singer. Listen, you performed at all the talent shows. Baby, you had that. You got that in the bag. Like, But you gave up and decided to do something realistic instead of putting in the grind, instead of finding the right band members, instead of finding the right coffee shops to play at, instead of, performing at the local fairs. Like, come on, baby. You can still work the job and work the dream. And, you gave up on your inner child. And the problem is your inner child gave up on you too. Okay? Until recently, until they've been like being dramatic. And here's the thing, like you've been acting out. Yeah, you've been acting out amongst your friends, your adult friends. You've been acting out amongst your family, at your coworkers, and people are like, what's going on with her? What's going on with him? And it's like this separation between your adult self and your inner child. Like, your inner child is throwing a fit, being dramatic at work, being dramatic in relationships with friends, being dramatic. Dun, da, 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 here you come. And it's because you haven't been paying attention. It's because you haven't been going after your dreams. And you feel like everybody around you is misunderstanding you. Everyone around you is misunderstanding you. And really, you're misunderstanding your inner child. You think that you wanted financial stability, to have the nice job, the nice car, the nice things. In reality, you wanted to just be passionate about something. You wanted to be committed to something. Something that was committed to you, something that made you smile, something that made you excited when you woke up. You wake up singing, you love it. You wake up drawing, you wake up with visions of ideas, and then you abandon them for the reality of your life. And it's like, okay, you can choose that, or you can choose to listen up. Your perception is not based on the truth, okay? You're perceiving that your life is successful according to everyone else's definition of success. And once you change your perception and open your eye, you will start to see that everything is working in your favor. That this message was intended to wake you up to listen up. I mean, honestly, truthfully, you know the way, sweetheart. Like, baby, you know the way. Okay? But like I said, your inner child sent me as a messenger to, like, wake you to, like, as an alarm clock. Like, wake up. Some of y'all need to get an alarm clock because you're oversleeping. But anyways, decorating your room like your inner child with love can also be something to get better sleep at night. For those of you who are struggling with sleep apnea, or waking up on time, or like some of you are going to bed like right at 3 a.m. or like right when you need to get up, you're able to fall asleep. And your inner child is telling you it's because you're not comfortable in your own home. You're not comfortable in your own bed. And you need to make yourself feel comfortable, right? Pile 1, thanks for rocking with me. Let's go ahead and move on to pile 2. Pile 2. We have go on an adventure. Disappointment is not the end. Flow with the rhythm. Ooh, baby, some of you guys are struggling with anxiety. You ruminate, okay? These are things that your inner child has been noticing about you since a child. Like, whenever you get excited to do something, whenever you get a plan, ready to go, like you're ready to go. Some of you want to go on vacation. Some of you guys just have dreams that you would like to fulfill. And they require you to leave the state. They require you to leave the country. They require you to leave your hometown, okay? You have these anxieties. And this is really about like your relationship with your mom. Okay? As a little kid, as a little girl, as a little boy, you struggled with detaching from your mother. Bobby knowing. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? You struggled with detaching from your mother. Your mother was like a magical being, okay? She gave you everything you needed when you needed it. But relax. It's okay. She was nurturing to you, okay? Some of y'all was spoiled, okay? And when it came down to the time for you to leave the nest, for you to be independent, you hesitated. You hesitated, baby. And mainly it's because I'm going to blame your mama, okay? No disrespect, but your mother didn't really want to set you up with the right tools to be self-sufficient, to believe in yourself. And that's because your mother didn't believe in herself when she had you, okay? She was struggling to maintain intimacy with you, okay? And this could be for various reasons. Some of you, your mother just, she couldn't get down the sleep schedule. And so you were always up all night, all the time, crying. And it created a barrier between her intimacy with you and getting her own sleep. Dude, she wanted some sleep, baby. It was tired and, all of that. So as you grow older, some of your mothers were feeling guilty for this lack of like the time for attachment was delayed. So they overcompensated as you got older with their nurture, with their care, with their being there. Honey, what do you need? Some of y'all, like I said, are spoiled. And so as you grew older and you decided to go after your dreams, because some of you did leave the home, congratulations, mazel tov. Some of you did leave the state that you grew up in, the country you grew up in. You started to see life as sink or swim. Okay? And your inner child lost that adventure, that play, that explorative nature where life is a coloring book and you have all the colors. Some of y'all loved Rugrats as a kid, but you started to see life more as black and white. And here you are. You're not even the gray, you're the red, baby. You're disruptive. You come in, things just get disrupted, right? And as you grew older, you realized, okay, me leaving the house was disruptive to my mom, to my dad, to my family, to myself. But it was like sacrifice my dreams or stay in the household, right? You had to choose one. And then for some of you, you didn't choose. You decided to stay at the house. And your inner child is like, dang, like we never got to explore. We never got to go on that trip. We never got to go on that journey. We never got to see if we would have survived. Had we had left the household, had we had left mom's bosom, okay? You just gotta let it go. Some of you still are living at home with your mama. No shade. Love you. Bob loves you. But this is, your inner child wants to leave. Your inner child wants to explore. Your inner child wants to have faith in itself. Stop being afraid to go after your dreams. Stop being afraid to take that day trip in the city that you live in, okay? Go on the adventure. But really what you're struggling with, pile 2, is lack of self-belief. You believe that if you go after your dreams, you'll be disappointed, and in the end, it wasn't worth it. In the end, you took the risk. In the end, you let down your family. In the end, you disappointed everybody around you, blah, blah, blah. Play the violin. But even in a storm, there's a rainbow. Baby, there's a light. There's light that creeps in at all times, even in the darkest of places. And even if you didn't get it the first try, you would get the second, third, fourth, or fifth. But you can't accomplish anything if you don't do it. And what happens is, when we don't learn how to just go and move with the flow, because some of you had the call to leave your home. You know, some of you as a kid felt from a young age, I have to leave this household. I can't stay with my family forever. Like, you know, some of you, it's not even just about leaving the household. It's about discovering your dreams. You had a purpose, okay? You had a vision. Your inner child knew from a young age, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. I know what path is for me. Okay? And you resisted the call. You didn't pick up. Some of you literally did not pick up a call that could have changed your life, that could have moved you out of your situation. You know, and some of you did. Very few of you actually left the household, and I'm proud of you, like I said. But what happens is when we don't answer the call, the divine appointment, okay, the divine flow, moving in harmony with God, okay, there's complications. There are complications, okay? Yeah, baby, there's complications. What happens is our life becomes stuck and stagnant. Okay? We get lost in the sauce. Okay? Life starts to pass us by. Time starts to speed up. And then here you are 15, 20, 30 years later, like, dang, I once had a dream to travel the world. I once had a dream to go to a city that I wanted to live in. I once had a dream to go after, you know, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Stop acting dumb. Resistance just lets us know that we're not listening to ourselves, to our inner child. And your inner child is saying, if you jump, I will catch you. Like, I got your back. Like, for real, for real. You're doing all of this contemplation and anxiety, but I really got your back. Like, I really believe in your dreams. Why would you fold on us? Why do you keep resisting? Okay? The dream. You're resisting the dream. You're resisting the call to action. And, you know, moments like this don't live forever. You're not going to be 40 forever. You're not going to be 20 forever. You're not going to be 15 forever. Okay? Whatever age you are, you're not going to be at this point in life forever. The moment is now. Honestly and truthfully, the moment is now. And I feel like this is less of a reading, but more of like a pep talk from me, really from your inner child, through my voice. Pal 2, thank you for rocking with me. You have a lot of work to do, okay? You got to start actually betting on yourself. All right, Pal 3, baby. Pal 3, you got a message, honey. It is time to celebrate, okay? You deserve to be seen. Be still. Breathe in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a breath. Let's take another one since it's free. Pile 3. Your inner child wants you to know that you are struggling to slow down, to enjoy life, to enjoy the simple things, to kick your feet up, to relax. To daydream, okay? Even to celebrate with your partners, to hang around with your partners, to be around friendships, groups. It's like you don't know how to take a break. You know? You don't. When was the last time you celebrated a birthday? Like truly and genuinely celebrated your birthday? Okay? When do you just sit down? I'm asking you these questions because Pile 3, like, you don't ask yourself these questions. And your inner child is begging you to slow down, to get a grasp on the freedom of movement. Like, you know, you're free to sit down. And just like you have the freedom to move around, you have the freedom to sit down. Okay? It's your choice. But they're asking you to just relax, to take a chill pill. Okay? To chill out. Even, you know, some of you struggle with anger issues. You be throwing a fit when life isn't going your way, when things aren't exactly how you want them. You know, and that's how you were as a child. You know, you would throw a fit if you didn't get your way. Some of you guys, Pile 2, you might have came from Pile 2. Pile 2 was a little spoiled. So I have two types of individuals that clicked on this pile. There's some of you, and you choose which pile, which you go in, which category are you? You could be category 3A, an individual who was very much spoiled and given a lot of attention, and when you didn't get your way, you threw a fit as a kid, and it hasn't stopped as an adult. Okay, in your partnerships, in your relationships, when your partner's not giving you what you want, you throw a fit. You start an argument, you start some shit, honestly. And it's beef out of nowhere. And it's really because you're spoiled. You need to take a chill pill and deal with your anger issues and your lack of self-control and contentment in relationships. You cannot control anybody. And then let's get into 3B, all right? 3B, you don't know how to sit down, okay? You're hyperactive, okay? And not in the way of like play all day. It's like work all day. You're like constantly working. Can't sit down. Can't take a vacation. Can't take a break. Don't even celebrate your birthday, okay? You get sick, it doesn't matter. You might be sick right now as you're watching this. And you're like, oh, I still have so many things I need to do. No, you need to sit down. And really, what I'm pulling is that your inner child never felt worthy. This is about worthiness. Yeah, Bobby know it. Okay, I'm really getting into some things right now in this reading. Your inner child never felt worthy of the affection, of the attention, of the nourishment that your parents gave you, or the lack of. So you always felt like you had to work for it. You had to be working to be seen. You know, it's like I got that promotion because I worked hard, not because my character. You know, I got that relationship because I called them all the time and I put in the work and I put in the effort, not because they genuinely like just me. Cut it out. Cut it out. You gotta know what you're worth, what your value is. And you have to give it to yourself before you can demand it angrily from others. I want. These are my obligations, expectations. You know, you're demanding at work with your coworkers, you're demanding with your spouse, you're demanding with your children, and your inner child's like, look, you just want to be seen. Sit down. Like, for real, girl, get a grip. For real, boy, get a grip. Like, you just want to feel important. You need space. And when you're dealing with anger issues or control issues, you need to just take a breath. Stop trying to rush people. Stop trying to rush life. You know? A little birdie told me you just need to take a break. Rest. Especially around the full moon, maybe you start trying to start a new project when the energy is not for that. Take a break, pal 3. Tap in with your inner child. Have a conversation with your inner child. Allow your inner child to give you moments of peace and a time to catch your breath. Celebrate those moments. All right? God bless you.